know what I'm saying? So they willing to tell on everybody just to say that when that shit don't matter, cause if she gonna go fuck another nigga, she gonna do the shit regardless. With you there, with you not there. So you going to set your mans up and all that shit, ruining your reputation, ruining your street cred for a bitch who you probably ain't gonna be fucking with in the next 5-10 years, cause she gonna lose all that, and you gonna be like, you gonna see another bad bitch, but you done lost a friendship that could have been for life. It's like, it ain't worth it. And you see that they ain't thought about the kids. You know, what about your son, your daughter, you know, your mom, your people who really care about you. You think about them last, because you so worried about that shit. Motherfuckers stupid, man. But, you know, like I was saying, man, you know, my lawyer, man, he a beast, man. Big shout out to him, man. Mr. Robert Kenner, man. We just went to this community service right now. My situation got worked out to where I did the 21 months. They also gave me 6 months house arrest. So that's what we on right now. I'm on the house arrest. As you see, I got the box. I got the thing on my leg right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Federal house arrest right now. The big box. So that's what I'm on right now. So I'm basically in the crib, man, getting it in, man. You seen the Bible of raps. I'm ready for these niggas, man. I'm going hard, man. Plus, I got my mind on. Plus, I got my real Bible right here. You know, this shit, it got me through. It got me through them long days and them long nights in the jail when the same chicks and the same niggas that I was fucking with, one answering my phone calls, one fucking with me, you know what I'm saying? You know, it was always God. He was there to help me keep me grounded and stuff, man. So, you know, big shout out to the big man upstairs, man, because if it wasn't for him, a lot of us wouldn't be here right now, man. But I'm going to get into this paperwork. This right here is called a pre-sentence investigation. This is what they do on you before you actually go for sentencing, okay? As you can see, the severity of my cases, they had me up to 20 years, 1 to 5 years of probation, 3 years supervision, $1 million fine, restitution not applicable, and a special assessment of $100. That's what was basically what what could have been the maximum. This right here is the guidelines, because on the feds they have a guideline sheet. What they do is, it's like,
that's your charges.
It's all about numbers. So it's like, whatever your charge is, okay, just say you do something, you might be at a. Mine, I started at a 32. That's when mine started, at a 32. Okay, so because of the weight of the how much dope it was, how much money we was talking about and stuff like that. So I started at 32. Plus, I had a criminal history of 2 prior convictions. So the chart, it goes, this way, and it goes this way, and that's how they kind of, grade your time. You know what I'm saying? So it could be kind of fair for everybody. So it won't be anywhere. I know it'll be kind of fair. What your charge was and how many convictions you had. So just say I was at a 32, but I had like 6 prior convictions. Then it would have been higher than the 97 to 21 months. Okay. They recommended 97 to 21 months on me for this charge. For not touching no dope, not doing nothing, but a nigga who I thought was my nigga telling on me, and me coming up here to really see him. It's like they wanted to give me 7 years for that shit, man. Really, they wanted to give me 15, 20 years, but once they started seeing my criminal history and seeing that I really, I was real clean, I ain't really was out there, them motherfuckers was like, well, shit, okay, but since he ain't never got in no real trouble, we gonna give him 7 years. Fuck kind of shit is that, man? So they recommended me 7 years, man, but let me let you know what happened. This basically what's going on with my shit, man. They say, in January 2006, the Dayton police received numerous complaints, calls regarding drug activity at 310 Rayburn Avenue, Dayton, Ohio. Consequently, Dayton police completed 2 controlled buys with a confidential informant at this location. The narcotics unit began the investigation in the early July of 2006. The FBI Dayton office received information from the narcotics unit alleging that illegal narcotics were being sold at Rayburn Avenue. Further investigation into the drug activities revealed Christopher Owens, aka Lil Chris, obtained cocaine from an individual known to the grand jury. Mr. Owens would then cook the cocaine, convert it into cocaine base, and supply it to other individuals who later sold the cocaine base out of the apartment in Rayburn Avenue. Owens operated and maintained one of the apartments at 310 Rayburn Avenue. However, he was not present at the time the officers conducted the controlled buys or executed the search warrant. Okay, we're gonna start right there for a second. See, the nigga, he wasn't even there when they came and busted the house. No, somebody told on him.
All right.
You see what I'm saying? But if he would have kept his mouth closed, like, you got the right to remain silent. Okay, get my lawyer on the line, this, that, and the other. I don't give a fuck about what y'all saying. Get him on the line. He might could have got out of this shit. But all because whoever, whatever they said to get him scared up, he want to start goddamn talking shit. You know, same thing with the Vic situation. You know, like, he wasn't there at the house when they busted the house with all the dogs and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They still gave him a little time, but he held it up. You know what I'm saying? For the simple fact that the house was in his name. The apartment might have been in his name, but still, he could, man, I didn't know that shit was going on. This was my cousin shit. I let him stay there because I stay over here. But however, whatever, he digging that hole, dug himself into a deep-ass hole to when it got to where he couldn't climb out, man. You know, and Owens operated, then it say, Mr. Owens did was cook the cocaine, convert it into cocaine base, and supplied it to other individuals who later sold the cocaine base out of the apartment of Rayburn Avenue. Owens operated and maintained one of the apartments at 310 Rayburn Avenue. However, he was not present at the time the officers conducted the controlled buys or executed the search warrant.
He was good.
Yeah, he wasn't even there. It's like, this nigga's crazy. At the time of the search warrant were executed, both guns and quantities of cocaine base were recovered, along with a wireless surveillance camera, scales, and other evidence related to drug trafficking. Further investigation into the drug trafficking activities produced a confidential source who was able to identify Donald Jenkins, me, aka Baby D, as an individual from Atlanta, Georgia, involved in narcotics distribution. The defendant and Christopher Owens are rap performers, and the two performed together in Dayton on these occasions. In February 2006, the defendant purchased a Cricket cell phone in his name for Christopher Owens. The defendant eventually introduced Owens to drug traffickers in Atlanta, Georgia, brokering drug transactions between the two. A recorded telephone conversation verified on February 28, 2008, the defendant and Owens discussed Owens making a trip to Atlanta to purchase kilogram quantities of cocaine. The defendant advised Owens that he, the defendant, could arrange this type of purchase, and the two also discussed money owed to the defendant by Owens from previous transactions of 2 bricks. On March 10, 2008, the defendant and Owens spoke about a trip to Atlanta. Owens advised the defendant that he would have the $10,000 previously owed to him to the defendant, as well as an additional $60,000 to purchase 30 kilograms of cocaine. During the conversation, the defendant was asked, this whole time he set me up. The defendant was he asking me these questions like, bro, you want this? And I'm like, well, shit, I don't know. I'm cool. The defendant was asked if he wanted to purchase marijuana, at which that time the defendant advised he wanted 600 pounds. Between March 17th and March 26th, the defendant and Owens had several recorded telephone conversations regarding the above transaction. The two eventually agreed that the defendant would travel to Dayton to pick up the $10,000 that was owed to him, as well as 600 pounds of marijuana, and the two would eventually drive to Atlanta, where Owens would pick up the 3 bricks of cocaine.